Hello and welcome back to the chaos that is Shani and Books. Today I am doing my June TBR. If you have not seen any TBR videos on my channel before, I do a fun spin on the TBR prompt jar. I've been doing this for I think like 3 years now. Basically the prompt jar is very popular on booktube, but I do an extra spin on that to randomize not only the prompts but the amount of prompts that I have to pull. So I'm going to pull 10, put each one onto a little 10-pin bowling pin and then bowl the ball, and then whatever I knock down I have to complete. So just an extra little randomization. So let's get straight into the prompts, and hopefully I can fit all of my book clubs and book plans into what I pull. So let's go. Oh god. I've also been keeping out the ones that I do knock down so that I don't keep getting the same ones. So the only ones that will be repeat pulls are prompts that didn't end up getting knocked down, but that have been pulled, if that makes sense. Anyway, let's start. Right, first one. Ooh, phew, I like this one. An author I've loved before. Okay, right, number 2. Yellow, it says, okay, new to me author. Right, number 3, let's dig a little deeper. My hand is quite big for this jar, so I can't get too far down. Okay, let's go this one. Ooh, I'm getting good ones today. I mean, touch wood. It says, a booktuber loved this book. All right, my camera is so bad at focusing. Okay, there we go, number 4. Oh god, so many fell out. I have to put those ones back. Okay, pink, you know I love pink. Oh no. Okay, so a book with a color in the title. Oh no, there we are, color in the title. Oh, there's a hair in there now. Okay. Next one is, let's do orange. I think I've had this one before because it doesn't look folded. Oh, maybe not. Uh-oh. This one says, a book a friend hated, which if you saw my last video that I would have posted, was actually my collab video with Sasha, and turns out some of my friends don't have the same reading taste as me, so maybe this is going to be easier to complete. Okay, so that's half of the prompts pulled. Let's do number 6. Okay, a red cover. If it wants to focus, it does in fact say red cover on a blue piece of paper. The colors mean nothing, it's just to make it look cute in the jar. Okay, let's see. So what are we up to? So this is 7. Okay, I've got yellow. Oh, this is such a good one. This one says it starts with the word the, or the. I don't know how to say that word. It sounds weird when you say it by itself. All right, let's get, oh god, okay, I pulled 2. I'm just gonna do both these orange ones. So this one says, oh no. Okay, this one says horror, which I'm not exactly in the horror mood. Eek. And the other orange one says, oh great. This one says out of my comfort zone. Oh, the focusing. Is that all of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nope, one more. Right, we haven't had a green. Let's look for a green. This one. And this one says, this one says long book, which for me, a long book doesn't need to be that long, but oh wait, do I have a long book? Okay, let's put them on the pins and see what we actually knock down. Put that back. Be right back. All right, here comes the bowl. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 5 knocked down. That's good. 5 I can deal with. All right, let's go through the books that I will be reading within the month of June. First of all, the one that I could not make fit with the prompt is for the buzzword readathon. Obviously, I participate in this every month throughout the year. It's run by Kayla. I don't need to probably tell you about it. There is a word or a group of words that you have to find a book that has that in the title. You know the drill. This month, I actually thought I was cheating, and Kayla posted on her Instagram a picture of suggestions for this month's word, and I commented saying, I'm cheating, I'm gonna read this book, and she replied and said, I don't think that's cheating. So if Kayla says it's not cheating, then I was gonna do it anyway, but now I just feel more confident about it. So the words, or the theme for words for June, is repeating words. So I am going to read XOXO by Axio. I have this one out from my library. It is a young adult book, and I was thinking, like, is this count as a repeating word because these are like repeating letters, but you pronounce them separately, XOXO, and also they mean like kiss hug, so Anyway, Kayla said it counts. I got this out from my library because it's gonna be 3 birds, 1 stone with this book for me. 1, for the buzzword readathon. 2, I'm doing like the alphabet challenge, like A to Z, and there's not many books that start with X, so this is going to be for that. And I'm also trying to read books set in different countries, and I think part of this takes place in South Korea. So it looks like it is following a main character who is an award-winning and classically trained cellist. She meets this boy named Jae-woo. They have an evening in LA, and then he flies back to South Korea. Then she and her mother move to Seoul to take care of her grandmother, and she meets him again at this academy that she's going to. I think this is pretty short, and it's also young adult, so I'm hoping I can fly through this fairly quickly. But I couldn't fit it with any prompts, but that is the first book that I'm going to be reading anyway. Next up, I'm going to go through book clubs, which I managed to, I think, fit some for the prompts. So my book club, if you didn't know, I run a book club. We read a book each month at our own pace and then get together at the end of the month to discuss it on my channel. I was a bit slack with hosting live shows recently, but we're working on it. Look, I have a chaotic life with a toddler and it is hard to schedule live shows. But my book for June is going to be Outdrawn by Deanna Gray. I don't have a physical copy. I only have the ebook. It is on Kindle Unlimited. I think it's fairly short. It's under 300 pages. It is a sapphic romance. It looks like it's kind of rivals to lovers. They both work as comic book artists, and honestly that's all I need to know about it. And I'm going to count it for the prompt that I knocked down, a book a friend hated. And I don't think I have any friends that technically hated this, but when I posted that this was going to be the book club pick on Instagram originally, Jan commented on it and said that she had DNF'd it the first time that she tried to read it. So I'm going to count that as hating it, because you don't DNF a book unless you're not really vibing it. So it kind of counts like she didn't fully finish it, but she did DNF it. So I'm going to count it for that. And you know, I love my sapphic books at the moment, so I'm very excited to get to that end. Hopefully I like it. I have seen other people give it great reviews, and I feel like Jen and I sometimes don't exactly match up with things, so perhaps her DNFing it is actually a good sign for me, maybe. I don't know. Next up for book clubs, also that I could fit to a prompt, I have new to me author. And so for this one, I am going to be reading More Than Best Friend by Emma R. Albin. This one is the book club pick for the We're All Booked book club, which is run by my friends. I, again, always talk about it on my channel. Yeah, I started this last night. I read 12 pages. But this is a library copy, so I need to get it back to the library soon. Oh, the light on the library cover. But this one, again, another sapphic romance, and it is like historical, set in 1857. I honestly never read historical romances that I can think of. I don't know that I've ever even read one, but historical and sapphic. I'm excited, and like the cover is so cute. Also, this has a completely different title in the US. It's like a Taylor Swift lyric in the US, but for some reason for us it's called More Than a Best Friend. I don't know, but the cover is so cute. I love the cover, and I'm really excited to continue reading it. Next up, I've got a book with a red cover, or red on the cover, and the red is not like that prominent on this book, but I'm gonna count it anyway. So the book is Novel Problems by Elizabeth Lully, and I've read from this author before. Obviously I'm gonna have to put the cover on because like you can't even tell where the red is, but the red is on their little canoe slash kayak. And this is a sapphic small town summer romance, and it's set in the same world of the previous book that I've read from this author, which was called Not Just Gal Pals? What was it called? Yeah, Not Just Gal Pals. I mentioned it in my favorites of the year. It was like a surprising, like a favorite book that snuck up on me. I was just reading an arc and I ended up loving it. So her new book, it just came out like literally yesterday, and I'm excited to read it because it's set in the same town as the other book, like following side characters. It's like an interconnected standalone. So I'm really excited to get to this one. And the cover is not entirely red, but there's red on it, so I am counting it. Next up, the book that I was going to count for red cover, because this one has a very red cover, but because I couldn't make everything fit, I switched it around. So this one is for the prompt, starts with the, and I'm going to be using The Antique Hunter's Guide to Murder by C.L. Miller. And this one I have out from my library. I had it on hold and the hold finally came in. So I'm going to be reading it. I think it is like a cozy mystery. Okay, set in England. Okay, an antiques dealer and her estranged mentor has died and the circumstances seem suspicious. And then a letter from him the guy who died, is delivered, sent days before his death. Okay, so she has to follow clues at an old manor house for an antiques enthusiast weekend, but not all is as it seems. The antiques are bad reproductions and every guest has something to hide. Can they solve the mystery before the killer strikes again? Okay, excited to get to this one. I've been like dabbling in cozy mysteries, mostly because I am struggling with like anything actually dark. So yeah, hopefully I can get into some more cozy mysteries. And then I've got For Long Book, which is the last prompt. I started this yesterday randomly. Again, guys, look, I'm all over the place. But I'm gonna count for this one Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare, which is in fact a long book, especially for me. Like, I don't even know how to hold this thing. How many pages is it? Without spoiling myself, it looks like it is 668 pages. That's like double the, like usually the books I read are like 300 pages. So it's definitely long for me. I started reading or rereading Cassandra Clare's books. You know I'm not a fantasy girly, but I started rereading them last year in like August randomly because I wanted to reread the ones I'd read so I can get through them all. I want to see what all the hype is about. And I feel like for me as a non-fantasy girly, a young adult book, because I think her books are like technically young adult, it's just a little easier for me to get into. And I made it halfway, but I still haven't read The Dark Artifices and The Last Hours. So I have 6 books to go, and then I stopped for like almost a year. So the other day I needed an audiobook, and I don't know, I just grabbed the audiobook for this. Maybe it's because we're heading into winter, like it is winter in June for us. And now I feel like I can read fantasy again. I don't know, we will see. I don't think that The Dark Artifices is going to be my favorite of the Cassandra Clare books. A little out of my comfort zone, but that's what I'm going to count for long book. And I'm not going to tell you the synopsis because it's like halfway into her giant backlist of books. But it is like demons and vampires and wizards, and yeah, we're following like shadow hunters who are like demon hunters. So unlike me. I think that's most of my plans. My other plans is for book clubs. Literally Dead Book Club is reading You Know What You Did, which again, like I said, I am struggling with darker books because my mental health has been not good, and I have been stressing myself out like every time I read one because my anxiety is like off the charts. But this one is an Asian author, and it's also I think a debut. So, and I've been trying to participate in book clubs more this year, but I've been a bit slack. So maybe this one. It does say for fans of Celeste Ng, which I do love Celeste Ng. Well, I've read the one I've read from her, I've loved. First generation of Vietnamese American artist. Oh, I love a book with an artist. Okay, maybe I will read this. Okay, her mother, a Vietnam War refugee, dies. Her carefully curated life begins to unravel. Oh no. Her obsessive compulsive disorder. Okay, hold on. This might be hard for me. Hi, buddy.
Yeah, hi, mommy.
I don't know. We'll keep it as an option. Tambourine. Okay, I think that's my cue to finish filming. I think
do
that's
this or this.
Yeah, that's really awesome. Okay. There's the chaos that we've been waiting to start. What can I say? Thank you for watching. I appreciate you being here. Let me know what you're reading in June, and